black quarterbacks to a higher standard, I hold the Los Angeles Lakers to a higher standard. And it don't make no dang on sense. It really doesn't make any sense that they will sit there and do something like that. Man, oh. But enough for the Lakers. Now, I was watching the NFL Network, and one of the guys on there, he wasn't an NFL player. He was like some fantasy guru or something, and he said something so outlandish. I was like, okay, they need to fire him from the NFL Network. He sat there and said that Todd Gurley, fantasy wise, and he's going to be a better running back than Adrian Peterson. Now, I'm no fan of Adrian Peterson simply because the way in which he did his kids. I'm not a fan of that, but there's no denying the fact that AP is a baller shot caller. I don't know what he's talking about. Don't get me wrong. Like, I understand that Todd Gurley, and I hope I said that earlier. I understand that Todd Gurley is a young player, second year player, and he is a fabulous player right now. But I'm not going to sit there and put him over somebody like an Adrian Peterson. No, I can't do that. I can't do that. He has to sit there and he has to put in work. First of all, he has to get at least 2,000 yards rushing if you're going to sit there and say that he's on the same level as an Adrian Peterson. Come on now. Todd Gurley, he's up and coming, but you can't sit there and you can't say something like that. You lose a lot of credibility when stuff like that come out of your mouth. To sit there and say, oh, well, he's the next Adrian Peterson, and I would pick him over Adrian Peterson to have a better season. Man, what is you talking about? That don't make no sense, man. Like, what are you talking about? I don't get that. No, hell no. He's not on the same level as Adrian Peterson. Adrian Peterson is proven. Adrian Peterson has a track record of dominance. That's what he has. Todd Gurley, on the other hand, he doesn't have that. And one of the main reasons why he won't have that big of a season simply is because of the quarterback position. Like I said before, Todd Gurley, I watch the Rams practice. And then the game came on ESPN, and did they look that good? They look awful at the quarterback position. So that means that Todd Gurley is going to get the football. He's going to rush the football about 350 times in this season. So I don't believe that he's going to sit there and get more yards than somebody like an Adrian Peterson who has Teddy Bridgewater. Now, that's not saying too much of nothing, because Teddy Bridgewater, I don't view him as anything. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't. I'm not really a huge fan of his. I really want him to take the next step. This is his time to shine. I don't want no more excuses about Teddy Bridgewater. You have yourself a good defense. You got yourself a quarterback's best friend, a run game. So it's about that time to take your game to the next level and win that Vince Lombardi trophy. You can get it. It's there. It's been proven that the only thing that a halfway decent quarterback needs is a defense and a run game. That's it. I mean, look at Peyton Manning. Look how he looked last season. He was awful. And Brock Osweiler, those guys were awful. And because they had a great defense, they was able to go out there and dominate a Carolina Panthers team who was actually good. They was actually able to go out there and make it seem like those guys should not have been out there on the football field with them. So, yeah, Teddy Bridgewater. Like, you remember when I talked about earlier in the show, and this is the Grizz, and you listen to me here on SME, and I was talking about black quarterbacks and why I'm not a huge fan of them. This is one of the reasons why they don't get the job done. Like, I need for them to get the job done. That's what I need. And then also, another reason why I'm not a fan of them is because, like, I'm tired of them, like, piggybacking off of a great defense or a great run game. Like, I really want them to be that primordial for their team's success. Like, not even primordial, that's a bad word. I want them to be the driving force of their team's success. I want everything to start and stop with them, and then let everything else build around you. That's what I want to see. I don't want them to be that 1% or 5% of the puzzle. I want them to be 90% of the puzzle, and then everything else falls around them. Like I said before, Doug Williams, remember, he was embroiled in quarterback controversy that entire season that he won that Super Bowl. Remember that. And then people want to sit there and bring up Warren Moon, but then look who he lost to in that playoff game. He shouldn't have lost that game. Steve McNair, he got close, but last time I checked, I remember Mr. Willis. That was my 5th grade teacher. He used to say almost only counts in the game of horseshoe. He almost won a Super Bowl, and he didn't get the job done. Russell Wilson, a great, look what he had. He had one of the all-time greatest defenses. I need for the black quarterback to be the driving force as to why his team won a Super Bowl. That's what I want. Until I see that, I'm going to stick to what I feel and how I feel and how I view them. Someone is going to have to change my perception. Until then, I'm not a fan of the black quarterback. You can take it or you can leave it. I really don't care. Because I have facts. See, a lot of people, the Stewies, they got a lot of opinions. These are facts, what I'm saying. This stuff actually happened. It's World Chronicle. And then you have black quarterbacks out there who can't conceptualize an NFL offense. Like, I don't need to hear stuff like that. Those are things that I should not have to hear. I don't want to hear that you can't conceptualize a freaking NFL offense. I don't need to hear that. So when I sit there and I say I'm not a fan, people make it seem like, oh, Grizz, you're wrong. You shouldn't say that. Why should I not say it? They need to play better. It doesn't make any sense. It's not about race. It's about, dude, you're not doing your damn job. So then when somebody sits there and they say that, it's like, oh, well, that was a racist comment. No, it's the truth. It's all about the truth. Like I told you before, when you listen to my show, nobody is above reproach but Jesus Christ. Now, if you were Buddha, if you were Muhammad, and if you don't believe in none of that stuff, that's on you. But for me, nobody is above reproach but Jesus Christ. So you're trying to tell me I can't sit there and say that I'm not a fan of the black quarterback, and I gave you evidence as to why I feel the way in which I feel? Shame on you then. Shame on you. But yeah, I have rant and I rave, and I'm ready for Chief Rockavern. Chief Rockavern, he was talking some smack. And as for any other hosts out there who think that they can take me, because I read a lot of the comments, and a lot of the comments sometimes is a little disrespectful. And I sit there and I take it, and I don't mind it. But if any other, the radio hosts or the DJ, the sports DJs, and they want to come see me about sports, oh, we can hash it out. I have no problem in destroying any one of y'all. But that's my time for today. I'm the Grizz. I love y'all, and I'm out.